I would like to preface this video by saying that I don't care what your favorite Final Fantasy XIV MSQ is. This rant is just my opinion. You are free to agree or disagree with it. I have been wanting to make this rant video for a while and finally decided to do it. This is my controversial opinion on the Final Fantasy XIV MSQ. Final Fantasy XIV starts with A Realm Reborn. I hated the MSQ for A Realm Reborn. It was boring and mostly trash. I would like to say that I enjoyed A Realm Reborn's MSQ, but I did not. I enjoyed everything else about A Realm Reborn except for the story. We get Final Fantasy XIV's first expansion in the form of Heavensward. Most Final Fantasy XIV players like the Heavensward MSQ, but this is not the case for me. There was one part of the story that moved me, and it's not what you were thinking. I found the rest of the story to be bland. The second expansion is Stormblood. I loved Stormblood. I loved the MSQ and everything about this expansion. I know many people hated the Stormblood story, but I absolutely loved it. This expansion also introduced me to one of my favorite zones in the game. This zone is known as the Azim Steppe. Stormblood has become my second favorite expansion. Obviously, Shadowbringers is my favorite expansion. Nothing compares to Shadowbringers. The MSQ and everything else about this expansion was amazing. I grinded so much during this expansion. It felt good. After the masterpiece that was Shadowbringers, we got Endwalker. The Endwalker MSQ for 6.0 was amazing, and it really moved me. I absolutely loved 6.0. However, the MSQ after 6.0 was trash. It was just straight up trash. Your character up to 6.0 was called the Warrior of Light or Warrior of Darkness. But your character stopped being these things after 6.0. Your character would become known as the Babysitter of Light, because that's what you did for Endwalker. You became a babysitter and didn't get paid enough to do your job. After Endwalker, we got Dawntrail. Dawntrail was supposed to be the start of a new narrative for Final Fantasy XIV, but you know what? It didn't do that. Dawntrail decided to double down on making you the Babysitter of Light, but this time, the writers made it abundantly clear that you were the Babysitter of Light. I don't know about the rest of you, but I don't want to be the Babysitter of Light. The player has been the Babysitter of Light for years now. I want to be the Warrior of Light or Darkness again. I want a real story. I'm tired of the people that have been writing this awful story since Endwalker. They need to be fired. And Final Fantasy XIV needs its writers back. The people that wrote Shadowbringers. The core of this game is the story, and the story has been trashed for years. I'm tired of it. Thanks for listening to my rant.